It's daytime outside, the heat is unbelievable. The rabbits are working in the vegetable garden, some protecting it from moles, some fertilizing the ground, and some carrying various items for fertilizer. We are working together to renew all the fields on Earth, because of the battle with the blue moon, thought the main character, looking at the rabbits and a huge red bear with a little bear cub running around the field and playing. Unbelievable, a pile of dirt and a mountain of junk just disappeared, he said in amazement. Great, now let's plant some plants in the ground, added the hero, crouching down on the ground and holding a red grain sack in his hands. At his words, all the animals came running to him at once. Opening the sack, he saw peanut grains. This morning I cleaned up all the remaining corn, and because of that I'm level 6, maybe even higher, thought the protagonist, while planting peanuts. It's worth increasing your dexterity to increase your work speed. I didn't expect we could plant this whole field in a few hours, he said, wiping the sweat off his face. Besides, getting peanut seeds from the grain store is very small, he added, then he remembered how he got them. Peanuts? It's a very good plant, you can make a lot of things from it, said the hero in his flashback. They will do very well for sale, they are very rare to find all over the land. Let me buy some peanuts, he added as he pressed the buy button. He then received one huge message. You have purchased 1,000 peanut seeds. 5 tower coins have been withdrawn from your account. 50 seed store points have been accumulated. You have accumulated a total of 106 seed store points. In order to advance to the next level, we are withdrawing 100 points from you. Can I see my level and characteristics? The hero asked the store. And he immediately received an answer. Sejun Park has risen from rookie level to ordinary level. At commoner level, 4 kinds of seeds will be shown randomly. At the commoner level, you can purchase as many seeds as you want, worth 5 tower coins. The level of the first level seed store has increased. You will now only be able to use the seed store after 30 days. After saying that, the store gave the protagonist a bag of peanuts. I've become an ordinary employee. That means I can buy seeds cheaper. CH should see what else I can buy at the seed store, he said, happy with his purchase. How many different kinds of seeds can I buy? Sejun asked himself. I need more seeds and preferably new varieties, added the hero. And in our time, he picks up other crops. Corn that has already been harvested once no longer bears fruit, said the main character, wiping the sweat from his face while the red little bear brings more corn. Thank you, Quang, Sejun thanked the red bear. We cut them and carried them to the ground to cover the area around the field where the peanuts were planted, he said as he laid the corn leaves on the ground. This was done so that the sun would not shine on the sprouts, or else they would just wither up from such heat, added the hero. Since I can delay watering the crops a bit, I can use the time and my labor elsewhere, he thought as he peeled the corn cobs. He forged each kernel of corn so that they flew straight into the bowl. I finally finished collecting the corn seeds to plant next time. I'll have to soak them in water for 24 hours and plant them tomorrow, said a tired Sejun. Then he received a message. You have received the corn seeds. The skill level has increased slightly. The first level seed profession is completely filled, you have upgraded your level. And then the squeaks started. They were little yellow rabbits trying to get to the corn. No, don't. You can't eat that, said the hero, lifting the plate up. Whereupon these rabbits started climbing on him, and begging him with their little eyes. Are you bored, am I right? He asked, looking at the sad rabbits that were lying on the ground and in his arms. We were just busy expanding the field outside the cave, so the adult rabbits didn't have time to play with you, Sejun added. I had a great idea, he shouted excitedly. Come here, I'll give you a fun activity, said the main character, digging into his backpack. And the rabbits couldn't imagine what might be in there. And the next moment he put red and gray colored purses on everyone. You're all so cute. You look like students, said the hero with a huge smile on his face. Some of the rabbits looked on in amazement, One of them pretended to be cool and the others looked at each other to see what kind of food they had. Just close those pouches when you run. And share a slice of carrot amongst yourselves, and give carrots to the adults who are doing well, he added, looking at the happy rabbits already eating carrots. Just don't eat it all yourself. If you do, come back here to fill the bags again, said Sejun, indicating what the rabbits should do. Go, my soldiers! Complete the task, he shouted, pointing his finger towards the field like a true commander. And after these words, the rabbits ran with all their might. They did so. The rabbits handed out carrots to all the rabbits who were working in the field. I wonder when Theo arrives, should I talk to him about buying cute clothes for the rabbits? The hero asked to himself, looking at the rabbits. That would be really cute. I can barely imagine what it would look like. I want to see it live, Sejun kept saying as he imagined the rabbits in different costumes. Meanwhile, somewhere in the mountains, a black half-bull, half-man was walking. Where am I? He asked, grabbing his head and waving it around. My memory feels like it's been blown away by the blue moon, but it has to be around here somewhere. Well, this is bullshit. Why did the captain order me to be the one to do this? Bull added. It's a tree, said a voice in the bull's recollection. Where did you get that piece of grass with a twig on it? Asked the bull in the red cloak and with a scar near his eyes. Well, I found it near the border of our territory, said the black bull in a guilty voice. What? You went outside our territory? The scarred bull asked indignantly. No, of course not. I lost my memory because of the blue moon. I have no idea where I got it from at all, justified the black bull as the other bulls stood around him. Really? I've never seen something like this on my property before. It's supposed to be delicious. Let's see, said the scarred bull, and then he popped the twig into his mouth to eat it. After that, he chewed it up and swallowed it right away. And all the others stood and watched while they were salivating because of it. But then the bull with the scar started to make sounds characteristic of a bull because he liked it. Why haven't I tasted this before? It's so delicious and so refreshing. I can feel my body filling up with energy. My muscles are getting stronger, he shouted from this divine flavor, while posing and showing off his muscles in parallel. Tree! Find this place where this grass grows immediately. The future of the Minotaurs is in great doubt. But you can change all that. That's an order. I have faith in you, you will definitely find that tree. As if stirred, he shouted, taking the black bull by the shoulders. If I don't find this tree, the captain will beat me with his huge muscles until he calms down, said the black bull presently. This is the boundary point where the forest meets our wild territory. If it goes on like this, what happens if I meet a red fur? I'm not sure I can fight him, he whispered, moving on the tips of his hooves. But then he smelled a scent that seemed all too familiar. And then he noticed something. His eyes became the size of a ball. That's grass. There's just a bunch of grass on the ground. It looks really good, he shouted out in amazement. Thanks for the food, he said, taking the leaves from the corn with him and popping a couple pieces into his mouth. This flavor is unimaginable, the Minotaur shouted with joy as he continued to nibble on these leaves. But what kind of herb is this? He asked himself, but then immediately replied, I don't know. It doesn't matter, the important thing is that it tastes good and you can eat it. So I kind of took it all in. I wonder if the captain will commend me for my work? The black bull inquired, carrying a huge pile of grass that was flying in different directions. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, a huge red bear, playing with his cub, noticed someone's presence, and immediately became tense and angry, and immediately went to the protagonist to tell him what he had seen. And somewhere in the cave, a black dragon was drinking something from a cup. It's so good. Now that my body has grown and I'm bigger, I can comfortably spend time at the spa, said the dragon, speaking in a quiet and peaceful voice. But suddenly his calmness was interrupted by a message. How dare you disturb the peace of Aileen Furtani, the Black Dragon? What is the reason? He said, looking at the message that read, Red Bear summons the tower manager. After that he received a reply from the bear. The dragon started to read it. What did you just say? The Black Dragon asked worriedly. Meanwhile, the main character was just sleeping, on a leaf like this, covering his eyes with a woven mask made of the same. But then he was awakened by a message from the Black Dragon. What's wrong, Aileen? Sejun said in a sleepy voice. The message read, The tower manager said that the Red Bear has spotted another monster in the vicinity of the cave. After which, the hero immediately woke up and asked, What, another monster? Then the Red Bear came to him, and it looks like he said to follow him. When Sejun arrived at the planting site, he saw that all the leaves had been stolen by someone. What happened here? The hero asked, very surprised, while the rabbits were picking up the rest of the grass. The popcorn leaves I put over the crops, did they all just disappear? He said, holding his head up due to his lack of understanding of the situation. After a while, People, said the ginger cat. I'm back, meow, added Theo, waving his fluffy white paw. But he was back on the 38th floor. 4 people were standing in front of him. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to put a bark and subscribe. These you say what you like, it's very motivating, thanks. Good luck to you.